Hey there, PAPper people. I just recently did an AXG sleep diagnostics PAP therapy analysis with someone, and this one really buttered my biscuit. So I want to share it with you. Really cool, really complex situation here. So we had met prior to this, and to me, it looked like he was still having obstructive events with his ASV. I mean, I was kind of right, but I was also kind of wrong. So because he's at high elevation, that complicates everything. So look closely, the min EPAP 9 over there, that was increased. That was actually much lower because he was having obstructive events, sort of, but I needed to increase the IPAP. He has an ASV, so that's really the only way to do it, is increase the pressure support. But his pressure support's already at 3. You're gonna see that it drops because I was kind of like, God, I have no idea where to go with this. Let's see, right there. So see, we're at pressure support 0, EPAP min is still at 9. The breathing still looks like complete and utter crap. So on one of these, we zoom in a little bit. Let me see. Right there. Do you see all this like hyperventilation? The breaths are all over the place. They make no sense. They're random. He's basically panting at this point. And there are some signs of obstruction, but I'm not really 100% positive at this point. So I say fast forward. Let's go ahead and turn off the pressure support. Let's see if it improves, but let's keep the EPAP min at 9 because I think just on past data he had, looked like it needed to go up. You can see right here, pressure support of 0 to 3 did jack crap ultimately. So just to zoom in here, this is something that kind of confirms there are obstructive events going on. So he does in fact need a higher IPAP. We just need to do something with the pressure support. So what is that going to be? And the reason I say there's obstructive events is all these flat tops, flattening on the tops of all of these. His inspiratory pressure is only going to 11 at this point. If we were to zoom out, let's see if I can get a zoom out. With ASV, it never really goes higher than that. You can see this yellow line here trending along. It really never gets higher than that. So I wanted to force it higher. We needed to add pressure support, but there is also this basically panting going on where there's all these, let me see if I can get it right there. Basically taking a normal breath and then so he's basically panting. What is going on there? Well, he said a couple keywords that made me think, aha. Look at here. Common symptoms of low CO2 levels can cause, and let's just focus on these, tingling and numbness. He's complaining of that, as well as fast, shallow breaths. We definitely have that going on. So low CO2, yet he needs a pressure support. High pressure support is going to cause CO2 blow off, so low CO2 levels, but he needs it. How do we retain more CO2? We can do that by slowing down the breath, but on this BiLevel machine, you can't really slow down the breathing, so we need to do something artificially. And that artificial thing, as you can see here, if we look on the 11th, it looks like crap. Just look at how fuzzy this looks, a big fuzzy caterpillar dancing across the screen. And if I move forward, what happened here? Pressure support's still 0. EPAP min is still 9. What happened between that day and that day? Wouldn't you like to know? No, I'll tell you right now. We added VCOM. So what VCOM is going to do is it's going to basically prevent CO2 from blowing off somewhat. Really the only thing you can do with an ASV. With a BiLevel machine, you can do things like increasing the rise time. That'll definitely slow down the breathing. But with ASV, really the only thing you can do is add VCOM. So we added VCOM. All of a sudden his waves looked oh so much better. So back to the 11th, looks like crap. Back to the 12th, looks really good. Now he was happy with this. However, he was still having some obstructive events in there. And if we zoom in there are still some breaths that look phenomenal. Well, not still. There's now some breaths that look phenomenal. Look at these nice rounded waves. But there's still some that are a little chopped off, look a little rough. So there's a combination. Vast improvement over what it was. However, we do need to add some pressure support, and we need to see what that looks like. Now, unfortunately, guys, I don't have that. So what we do have is this. Now we lowered the AHI to 0.13. Yeah, that really doesn't matter. Irrelevant. But you can see right here the pressure settings. We still have a minimum EPAP of 9. We have a max IPAP of 16, and we have a pressure support of 4 at the min. He said he felt way better. And look at this, the experiment worked by just adding VCOM to the circuit, increasing the EPAP min, changing the pressure support. And alas, the day was saved. So yes, I'm extremely proud of that one. That one worked out really, really well. A lot of moving parts on it. Oh, excuse me, Jocelyn, you should probably do a cpapsupplies.com commercial now. All right, let's go ahead and do that cpapsupplies.com commercial now, but let's actually shake it up a bit and make it have some punch to it. So we have the VCOM by SleepRes, $35 at cpapsupplies.com. We can get it for less though, but let's first check out this. Is a VCOM right for you? I get this question a ton. Don't just get it to get it. Have a reason for getting it. What are you trying to do? Now, in the case of this dude, what we were trying to do is increase the CO2 levels, right? We want to increase the levels because that looks like garbage. He's hyperventilating, and then with VCOM, wham bam, looks beautiful. So have a reason for it. So let's look at something. We have these reviews here. Why should you use VCOM? Let's look at the 1 star. When I have this installed, I feel like my breathing is restricted. Not enough airflow when I inhale or exhale. It's because you're on a pressure that's too low. Like you're just on a pressure that's too low. If you feel like the pressure is too low without VCOM, with VCOM, it's going to be even worse. So in general, if you're on your optimal pressure, which by the way, like few people are, you're going to have to increase the pressure by 1 or 2 when you add VCOM to make it feel somewhat similar. Now, why would you want to get VCOM? Because you're having things like aerophagia, you're getting air into your stomach, or in super random cases, you're having low CO2 and you need to increase your CO2 levels. But the primary reason is decreasing aerophagia and making mouth leaking more controllable. All right, let's look at another one. So this device woke me up every hour until I removed it from my CPAP unit. Okay, I'm not doubting that, but possibly you had a severe mouth leak. Possibly you're on, well, I'm gonna say highly likely, you're on a pressure that wasn't appropriate for you. Very, very normal. All right, Don K, the high price for such a simple piece of plastic. You know what? And I say to this every time, if you think it's expensive piece of plastic, get a 3D printer and print your own. It's really that simple. But I do have a coupon code for you for really everything off this site. Just hold off a second. So let's look at more criticism. As a new BiLevel user, the VCOM was touted as applicable for both CPAP and BiLevel. I believed the hype and hoped it would be helpful for me. Again, have a reason for it. It didn't come close after several nights use. I found it more comfortable breathing, fell asleep faster and more soundly without its use. Then I heard from a popular YouTube sleep apnea topic host. Oh, don't worry, Jocelyn. It's not you because you're not popular. Fair enough. That was not recommended for BiPAP users. So I don't think you need it for BiLevel users. If you're using BiLevel, just increase the rise time. That's going to slow down the breathing, the rate of breathing or how fast that breath is delivered. The same as VCOM, but you have more control over it. Now, granted, you can't use easy breathe. So sometimes VCOM gives you the best of both worlds where it slows down inspiration, but you can still have that smooth, natural wave shape when you breathe. For this guy, it's very possible he still wasn't on the right pressure. I don't know his particulars, but again, when you get VCOM, have a reason for it. What are you using it for? And will the VCOM address that issue? If you're curious about it, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so now you're like, Jason, I simply must have this device. Okay, fine. That's fine. I agree. Let's add it to your cart and let's keep shopping because right here, this is actually probably one of the best devices you can get, the Hurricane CPAP dryer. Why do you need that? You can wash your equipment with everything. I sell a product on Amazon called Massbrite. Massbrite is great, but you can also use Dawn dish soap, so you don't have to buy Massbrite. But Dawn dish soap, clean it with whatever you got. Now you got to dry. You got a wet mask and a wet tube. What are you going to do with it? You can't leave your tube laying around wet all day. You got to dry it. So use the CPAP Hurricane dryer. So let's add that to our cart. You're welcome. Now we're going to view and edit our cart. Oh my God, what? That $224? I'm not paying that. So we're going to put in lanky spring and watch this. Oh, it's going to try to autocorrect. No. Lanky spring, apply the discount. $224 all of a sudden drops down to $168. That's highway robbery. That's so cheap. Total discount of $26. Seriously, you get the VCOM and a Hurricane dryer for $168? That's criminal. That's actually criminal. I do want to thank the dude that supplied me with all of this data. He is actually a veteran. He's a former service personnel for the Armed Services. And as always, for anyone who does that, I completely 100% thank you for your service. So if you want to have a PAP therapy analysis with me, check out axgsleepdiagnostics.com. If you enjoy this kind of content, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. And also, if you have yet to subscribe to this channel, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. That's all I've got for you for now. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Bye. Clean your stinky mask with some Mask Bright, available at Amazon. And time for an extra thick thanks, buddy, to my top-level supporters, Doug Toombs, Jason Georgiades, Patricia Espelong, Stuart Hetherington, Alan Liu, Edward Steiner, and I'd like to say thank you also to these people, as well as those other people. Up the ante, you get a shout-out. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Barely even on screen, but still appreciate the support.